The first rays of sunlight slowly reached the silent valley. Only a day had passed since Orion had lost everything. The joyful home that had once echoed with laughter and love had become a place of sorrow. Orion did something no young hatchling should ever have to do. He buried his mother and father. Though his body was small and his heart was filled with grief, he gave his parents a peaceful resting place beneath the ancient trees they had called home. It was his final act of love. Standing quietly before their resting place, Orion lowered his head one last time. The wind whispered through the valley, as if the ancient world itself mourned alongside him. For a long moment, he could not bring himself to leave. This cave had been his home. These forests had been his playground, and here, his parents had given their lives to protect him. But deep inside, Orion knew, if he stayed, he would never survive. With a heavy heart, the young Tyrannosaurus turned away. Without looking back, he took his first steps into an unknown world. Hours turned into days. Orion wandered through endless forests. Towering cliffs and wide open plains. Everything around him was unfamiliar. Every sound made him stop. Every shadow made him cautious. Although the world remained beautiful, it no longer felt like home. As he traveled, Orion saw herds of dinosaurs living peacefully together. Young hatchlings walked beside their parents. Families rested beneath the shade of giant trees. Watching them only deepened the emptiness inside him. He missed his mother. He missed his father. For a moment, he lowered his head. He wondered if he would ever find a place where he belonged again. As evening approached, the warm sunlight slowly faded behind the mountains. Dark clouds rolled across the ancient sky. A cold wind swept through the forest. Leaves spiraled through the air. The peaceful calls of distant dinosaurs disappeared. Large herds hurried toward safer ground. Even the predators vanished into the shadows. Nature itself seemed to be warning every living creature. Something terrible was coming. The wind grew stronger with every passing second. Ancient trees bent beneath its incredible force. Dust filled the air. The young Tyrannosaurus struggled to keep his balance. The storm had arrived. But this was no ordinary storm. Far beyond the forest, a massive tornado descended from the black clouds above. Its enormous funnel stretched from the heavens to the earth, twisting with unimaginable power. Everything in its path disappeared beneath its fury. Ancient trees were ripped from the ground. Broken branches filled the sky. The terrifying roar of the tornado echoed across the valley. Orion stood frozen. He had never witnessed such a terrifying force. Fear filled his heart. Then instinct took over. He ran. The young Tyrannosaurus sprinted through the forest as fast as he could. The violent wind pushed against him. The tornado continued to consume the forest. The ground trembled beneath his feet. Without hesitation, Orion raced toward the rocky passage. The moment he reached it, the tornado tore through the valley behind him. The wind howled like 1,000 roaring predators. Ancient trees snapped apart. Dust and debris filled the air. The earth trembled beneath his feet. Orion pressed himself against the stone walls. His eyes closed tightly. He could do nothing except wait. Cold, terrified, and completely alone. Hours later, the roaring winds slowly faded. Silence returned. Morning sunlight broke through the dark clouds. Orion cautiously stepped out from the rocky passage. The forest had changed forever. Ancient trees lay scattered across the valley. The once peaceful wilderness had been torn apart. Nothing looked the same. Neither did Orion. The frightened hatchling who had left his parents' resting place was no longer the same dinosaur. He had survived the fury of nature itself, though grief still weighed heavily upon his heart. He had taken his first step toward becoming stronger. He looked toward the endless horizon. His journey had only just begun. Far beyond the distant mountains, as Orion disappeared into the endless wilderness, he had no idea. He was no longer alone. Hidden within the ancient waters, another predator silently watched. A towering Spinosaurus stood motionless along the edge of a forgotten lake. His enormous sail rose above the morning mist. His scarred body remained perfectly still. Only his piercing eyes followed the young Tyrannosaurus. He did not roar. He did not move. He simply watched. For a long moment, the ancient predator remained hidden among the shadows. Then, with slow and deliberate steps, he entered the water. Without making a sound, the giant Spinosaurus began swimming in the same direction Orion had gone. The surface of the lake slowly became calm once again. Somewhere beyond the wilderness, the dinosaur responsible for the death of Orion's parents still walked the ancient world. Completely unaware that the young hatchling had survived. Now, two powerful predators shared the same world. One hunted through fear. The other remained hidden in silence. Neither had yet crossed paths with Orion, but fate was already drawing them together, unaware of the eyes watching him. Orion continued his lonely journey, his path toward becoming the king of all dinosaurs.